So hello guys, we are in the question set 18, and this is the next part of the question set 17. We have already discussed about question set 17 and 16, and those questions are first part of this question. So if you didn't watch that question videos, you have to watch those videos, and we can come to this question set 18. So in this question we are going to insert data into a table that we have already created. So we have already created this database, and we have created relationship between these tables. So we have to enter this data, but we cannot use the graphical method to insert this data. So reason is they haven't given instruction to do that by using graphical method. So you can do that, but I cannot. So because of that I have to enter this data by using insert queries. So we can insert this data into this table. So before that we have to synchronize this database. The reason is we are going to enter this data by using SQL software, because it's very user friendly for our works, and workbench software we can also use, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use SQL. So we can click on this database tab, and next you have to select this synchronize model. So you can give the database password. You can click on next, click select the database what you have to synchronize, and click on next. You can click on next. Can click on this execute button and we have successfully synchronized this database. So we can close this, and we can open the SQL software. Let's see whether it's created or not. Yeah, the database has been created. You can click on that, and we can click on this class error. What we have to do first, we have to enter the this data to the class table by using insert queries. So I have told what is the reason. So if you guys you can use any kind of methods that you like. So in this scenario I cannot use graphical method. So can click on this query tab. We have to execute the insert query, insert into, we have to mention the database name first. Database name is exam mark db, and we have to mention the table name. After that next we have to mention the column names. There are only 2 columns. This one is id and class name. ID is 1 and class name is 11a. So the column name is id. Let's see, table column name is class id. Next column name is class name. So next we have to enter the values. So what is the values? Values, I'm sorry, values are these. So we can execute this query. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, our data has successfully inserted into this table. So we can enter the next values. I'm not going to type this query again. I'm only entering this data. So we can execute this query. We can move to the data tab and we can refresh. As you can see, data has been successfully inserted into this table. So the second question, enter the data in the table below to student table. So we have to enter this data into the student tables. So we have to execute a new insert query. We can and this time we have to enter enter data into the student table. So we have to mention the column names. Can see the column names. First column name is index number, first name, last name, gender, contact number, and class name. Index number and next one is first name, and next one is last name, next one is gender, next one is contact number, next one is, let's see, this class ID, so class ID, and then we have to mention the values. So we can get values. First value is this, second value is let's see what, second value is first name, it's Sandun, and second name is this, Jiratna. So gender is male, and contact number is this, and next one is they have given the class name, but in this scenario we have created the relationship between these tables. Because of that we have separately created the class table. So this class ID is the foreign key in this student table, so we only have to mention the class ID. So because of that the class is 11A, so class ID is 1. So for do this task we can also use the subqueries. So in this case I am not going to use SQL subqueries. We have to discuss it in the future videos. So because of that I am not going to discuss about subqueries in this video. So we can execute this query. Let's see whether it's working or not. has came. Let's see what is it. You have an error in the SQL syntax. Check the menu that corresponds to your MySQL Server version for the right syntax to use near index number. So let's see what is the error. So what is the error? So error is I have forgotten to insert these brackets. So now we can see the query has been executed. So you can see as you can see all the values has been inserted into this table. So let's continue this scenario. And so I have entered all of data into this table, into student table. So now we can move on to the next question. Next question is enter the data the table below to the subject table. So now so we can execute another insert query. So there are only two types of values. Person is ID and subject name. You can move to the subject table. Copy. Now, next one is subject name. So now we can mention the values. I'm going to second row. Now we can enter the values. Let's see. Person is mathematics. Person not person. Subject name is mathematics. Value is 1. I have mistaken. As you can see, data has been inserted into this table. So we can insert these other data into the subject table. So we can do it by executing a insert query. So we can mention the column names, and next column name is subject name, and next one is next we have to enter the values. Now the value is this, and ID is 2. Now we can execute this query. The name, column name must be list. So we can refresh this table. As you can see, the data has been inserted. So we can move on to the next value. So we have entered the column names and next values. ID is 3, value is this. We can execute this. So we can see the table and refresh. As you can see, you entered all of data into this subject table. So let's move on to the next question. It is this: enter the data in the table below in the exam term table. So we have to enter this data into table. So we can move on to the this table, and we can enter data into this table by using insert queries. Insert into the database name is this, and table name is exam term, and next we have to mention the column names. So let's do this quickly. Now so we can mention the values. So values are these. First term, and date is this. Now we can execute this query. Let's see whether it's executed or not. We can refresh this table. As you can see, it has been inserted into table. So so now we can do another insert query for second column. Second column name is so what is the second column name? Can see on the table. I'm sorry, second, not second column, second row. So for you, you can insert this data by using graphical method. So I'm not going to do that in this scenario. Now you have to enter the values according to these columns. So second term, date is this. So we can execute this query. Let's see table, no, data tab, and we can refresh this. As you can see, all data has been inserted into this table. So we can move on to the next question. Next question is enter the data in the table below into the table name student exam mark record. So see the table, as you can see, for each consider this row. As you can see, you have to enter separate insert queries for these marks. That means we have to execute 6 insert queries for this single row. So you have to enter these students marks, first term mathematics marks separately, and secondly his second term mathematics marks separately. You have to enter this you have to enter this data by using insert queries separately, and again you have to enter this his science first term marks separately, and again you have to enter this his science second term marks separately. So you have to execute 6 separate queries, 6 separate insert queries to do this task. So let's see how can we do this. So you can move to the table. There are as you can see, there are 4 columns, and we have to enter the data into this table by using insert queries. So we can move to this query tab. We have to insert into some DB database, and we have to mention the table name, that we have to enter the table data. Our table name is exam mark record. Now we have to mention the column names. There are 4 columns, so first column name is this, and in this do second line. So, now the second column name is this, and third column name is this, third column name, fourth column name is this. So next we have to enter the values. Now Now we can enter the values. So first value is this, and second value is this, no, second value is the can move to the table. Second value is the subject ID. So the mathematics subject ID is this number 1, and next one is exam term ID. So exam term ID is this first exam, and next we have to enter the marks. So the first term mark is this. So we have entered the whole of values. So we can execute this query. Let's see in the table. As you can see, the data, the values have been inserted into this table. So now we can edit this query. I'm not going to type this query again. So let's enter the next values. Firstly we have to mention the database name. And next we have to mention the table name. These are the column names. And now we can enter the values. So student ID is again this, and subject ID is also the mathematics, but the exam term ID is second term. So second term ID is second, number 2, and second term mark is this. In the previous query we have entered this first term mark. Now we are going to enter this mark. So now we can execute this query. Let's see the table, and we can refresh this. As you can see, the data has been inserted. So let's move on to the next query. Insert into database name, again the table name, these are the column names, and next we have to enter the values according to this column. So the ID number is still this, and subject number is now the science subject ID is 2. For this task you can execute a subquery for to find this subject ID, because we don't know directly, we don't know the subject ID in this task. I already know the subject ID because I have the all tables data in my hand, but think if you don't know this subject ID, you have to enter a separate query to find this subject ID. You can execute a separate query within this value, within this value, like this. Select subject ID from uh, this table. What is the table? Subject table. And you have to enter the condition. The condition is you can give the subject name, where the subject name is equal to mathematics. So likewise you can execute separate queries within this insert query to find this subject ID. So I'm not going to do this here. So I already know the subject ID. So subject ID is 2, and also you can find this exam term ID, like you can also find this exam term ID by using a separate search query. So I'm not going to do that in this scenario. We can move on to the exam term table, and first exam term ID is first term. So his first term science mark is let's see what his first term science this second term science mark is 85. You can copy and student ID is this, subject ID is 2, exam term is this one, first term, and its mark is 85. So we can execute this query. As you can see, the data has been set. So we can enter the next value. And these are the columns names, and next we can enter the values. Now this time we have to enter the his science subject second term exam mark. Let's do it. Student ID is this. Now the subject ID is science, exam term is 2, and his marks is 95. So we can execute this. We can refresh this table. As you can see, the data has been inserted into this table. So perfect. Let's move on to the next query. Insert into database name is this, and table is this. These are the column names, and these are the values. So now the subject ID is let's see what subject ID is 3. So if you don't know this subject ID, you can use a select query to find this subject ID within this within this value. That kind of query we call as subquery. We are using that query in this main query, so that is why we are calling that to subquery. So subject student ID is still this, and subject ID is 3. His term is first term, its ID is 1, and its his mark, let's see what single language and literature first term mark is this, and we can execute this query. We can see in the table. As you can see, the data have been inserted into this table. So we can enter the last value, insert into exam mark record table. These are the column names. ID number is still this. Subject ID is the 3, term ID is 2, and value is this. So as you can see, all the data of the students have been inserted into the exam mark record table. So you can do this scenario by using insert query, or else you can use the graphical method to do this task. So let's continue. We can continue this task. So we have to enter this each values into the table. So we have to enter the 48 separate rows into the table. For each children can have six records. So one student, it means one student can have 6 records in this table. As you can see, the student have 6 records in this table. So likewise, we have to enter the data into this table. So let's see. As you can see, I have entered all of data into this exam mark record table. There are 48 rows in this table, and that's all for question set 18, and we will meet again with question set 19. Until then, you can practice these questions, and goodbye.